So Martin is the founder of Postcards For Peace, a charity and education project that sends messages of peace, non-violence, hope, support and love around the world, aiming to unite people, to eliminate all forms of discrimination and help more of us to belong. So please welcome Martin.
In her first speech to Parliament, the late Jo Cox, who was probably used to public speaking and not as nervous as me now, said, "While we celebrate our diversity, what surprises me time and again is that we are more united and have far more in common with each other than things that divide us." It's true. As humans, we share so much. For a start, we're all made of the same stuff: skin and bones, blood and water, squidgy bits and holes. There is not one person on this planet that does not have all of these things. Yet, from an early age, we're all taught that we are unique, even though the only things that divide us are the way we choose to dress and decorate our bodies and our beliefs. But even these things are shaped or influenced by our parents, teachers, society, friends, and yet we still focus on always seem to be on the differences that we have. One Saturday night, about 9 years ago, I was sat on the sofa watching TV. The kids were in bed, the wife was asleep next to me, and I was flicking through the controller trying to find something to watch. And I just stumbled across a programme that was a documentary about a charity called Peace One Day. And I was just glued from the minute I switched over. And I just realised that what they were saying resonated completely with me. And from that moment, I felt passionate about what they were doing. We all have a cause that we feel passionate about, that we champion or support more than others. And mine, it dawned on me that Saturday evening, is creating a world that feels safe for everyone, and where we're all given the same opportunities. It saddens me that people around the world get a raw deal because of the country or body that they were born into. I founded my organisation Postcards For Peace 4 years ago. It was born at a time when I kept hearing how we could use our skills and knowledge where possible to create change. I've been a graphic designer all my life, and I thought that creating postcards and selling them with positive messages on to raise money for charity gave me an opportunity to use those design skills. But it soon became much more than that. I realised that the simplicity of a postcard and the way that it's able to carry both pictures and words made it actually an incredible and powerful, versatile tool. And so my journey began. It's at that point that my eyes were opened, because I admit that I was one of those people that took what I saw on the news or read in papers as black and white. Anybody that has ever created their own business or organisation knows how difficult and challenging it can be. There are days, especially early on in the very beginning, when you wonder whether it's actually worth the work that you are doing. Martin Luther King said, "The struggle is always there. It gets discouraging sometimes. It gets very discouraging sometimes. Some of us are trying to build a temple of peace. We speak out against war, we protest, but it seems that your head is going against a brick wall." I was having one of those head against concrete wall moments one wet Sunday morning when I opened Facebook to find a message from Afghanistan. A woman was thanking me for creating Postcards For Peace and telling me that she hoped one day we would all live in peace. Every time I felt like that since, I've always recalled that day. The day it dawned on me that people all over the world, wherever they come from, share the same vision as me, of creating a safer, more equal and more united world. I've received dozens of emails and messages like that since, and I've learnt so much about this beautiful planet and its wonderful people as a result. My bucket list of places to travel reads like Donald Trump's worst nightmare. Yes, I really want to go to Iran, Afghanistan, why not? Iraq, definitely. A couple of years ago, one young woman contacted me from Iraq. Maria lives in a town called Halabja, and she told me how in March 1988, between 3,000 and 5,000 people were killed, and more than 7,000 people were injured when a 5-hour chemical attack on Halabja was carried out by Saddam Hussein's forces. Even though she wasn't born at the time, people in her family had been among those killed, and she knew people still suffering the consequences of that chemical attack. She was very proud of her country. She told me that she would send me pictures of where she lived, and I admit I wasn't really expecting much at all. But the pictures she sent showed streets, modern houses, underneath beautiful mountain landscapes. Something's wrong here, I thought. This isn't Iraq, this isn't what we want, what we see on the news. Over time, I've connected with so many of her friends on social media. On Instagram, I see these young men and women happy and smiling, going to university, going out for pizza, to theme parks, the cinema. And yes, some of the women are wearing hijabs, but they're also wearing skinny jeans and Adidas trainers. We recruited one of these young women, Asma, as an ambassador for Postcards for Peace. Asma loves shopping. She loves shoes, bags, and posts pictures of shops that they look like they should be in Westfield. The most incredible bookshop has just opened in Erbil in Iraq. Wall-to-wall books, several stories high. Amazing cakes. If you're on Facebook next, have a look at the book cafe in Erbil and check it out, it's amazing. So, if me, a man in my 40s, can have his eyes opened like this, perceptions changed, then I believe we all have a great opportunity to change other people's minds before they're conditioned early on. We can change the world, we can create unity and diversity if we stop telling children how unique they are and instead focus on teaching them what we have in common. Getting children involved and appreciating our similarities is incredibly important to me and to Postcards for Peace. Mother Teresa said, if we are to teach real peace in the world, we should have to begin with the children. And Whitney Houston said, I believe that children are the future. Teach them well and teach them, let them lead the way. 2 years ago I created Postcard Exchange Network. We pair up schools in different countries so that children can design and write postcards and realise that other children, regardless of the country they live in, their religion or their culture, can still enjoy similar things, have fun and share the same feelings that they have. But this is just the beginning. We have so many other things planned that we show children about equality and diversity, about humanity and unity. That we're all human regardless of gender, sexuality, religion, culture or disability. We're putting together creative and fun ways of teaching these things that span the whole curriculum and should be just as much fun for the teachers as they are for the pupils. We want to create a spark of curiosity in children that make them want to learn more. And the more they understand about the world and each other, well, hopefully the more amazing the world will become to them. We want to create a world where our differences are embraced, where someone can go out wearing a turban, a hijab, a skull cap or a flat cap, and they are treated equally, not stared at or pointed at. Depeche Mode sang, so we're different colours and we're different creeds, and different people have different needs. It's obvious you hate me, though I've done nothing wrong. I've never even met you, so what could I have done? People are people. Skin, bones, blood, water, squidgy bits and holes. I've been Martin Rowsell, and I'm human like you. Thank you for listening.